How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another historical EU4 video. The next one in the series, as voted for by you guys. Of course, it is the little green guy on the edge of Europe. It is Portugal. You might notice the cam is different. I'm trying a new thing. Let me know if you like it. In case you're new to this series, what we're doing is we're trying to recreate a historical nation using EU4 and some mods and have a bit of fun with it as we go. If that doesn't really sum it up, feel free to DM me on Discord. Anybody who has Discord uses it, feel free to join the Discord and ask me, what does that mean? Otherwise, check out my Denmark video. Little shameless plug there. I explained it better in the beginning of my Denmark video, but this Portugal one is going to be a little bit longer, so we're just going to get straight into it. And for those of you that maybe want to recreate this run or want to have a bit of fun in this sense, maybe you just like the idea of it, maybe you're actually Portuguese and want to sort of explore your cultural history in video games, I will be a permission tree. I will be just quickly running through the setup with you guys here and now. We're not going to do the estates just yet because we're only going to do the important ones, because we're going to leave choose alone, I think, because we want to build tall. Because we're actually we start with exploration expansion, which is a little bit powerful, but it is what it is. We're just going to go for 50% equilibrium again, because that's all we need to get some nice little bonuses. And aside from that, we don't really care about the estates. We just want to take the crown land. We will do cheaper advisors, though. That will come in handy. Patronage of the arts is always a good one. New World Charters, Free Enterprise. And where are the advisory board? Where is the advisory board? Flash advisory board. There we go. So we've got 56. Equilibrium 52, 55. That's kind of all we need in order to seize land. We will not be able to grant any privileges to the Jewish estate. I don't know why. Oh, I haven't got the crown land. Of course, I haven't got the crown land. Right. We can build this, whatever this is. Pretty cool. Does it cost anything? No. We'll start with that. Do we want to colonize faster? Yes, we do. We don't need to, but it's nice to have it. We don't have marines. Why don't we have marines? Is it from this? It is from that. We don't have the money. Yeah, we don't have the money. Let's do indebted to the burghers. We won't be doing that too much because it hurts mercantilism, and mercantilism is good. But we do want to get that blockade impact from siege. Naval barrage costs 40%. I'm going to be naval barraging probably a lot, because most of the nations I want to fight, if any, are going to be coastal. Pretty much just the natives in Angola and Mozambique. They're going to be coastal. They're naval nations. Barrage will be helpful. And marines. We want to recruit marines immediately so we can be sending them off to our colonies, which we are going to start as soon as our explorer has found us some land. In fact, I mishandled that. I should have gone for... I'm not going to do it now because it's going to cost me stability. I should have gone for coexistence. In this mod, it only gives 80%, but then you do New World missions, and that lowers it by another 25%. Therefore, it's over 0. You can restore Lusitania. That's really cool, actually. That's very, very cool. Anyway, let's move on. There we go. Game setup. That was really late. I'm not sure why that took so long. Game setup, for those of you that may be interested, in case you want to see this part. No idea groups. We're going to go with, I want to pick each option by myself. We're going to have vanilla nations. Portugal doesn't really affect us. That's fine. Just reduces lag. Brilliant. That's the biggest impact on lag. Natives, we are going to keep them all simply to spice things up. We're going to be very involved in South America and Africa. So, we're a colonial focused nation. We want to spice up. Historical, yes. We do not want one of the other major powers grabbing our territory that we're aiming for, and therefore we have to fight them when we shouldn't need to. Age restrictions, we are going to say yes to that because that is a-okay for us. Hard to colonize, we're going to say no to because we want to do the interior of Africa ASAP. We don't get unique missions, so I am going to do English Alliance. I'm going to keep England on side. I know all the best Portugal strategy guides and all that say don't ally England. What's the point? England is very strong in the latest update and just in general in this mod as well. Worth allying if you can. Any other majors also good. The Pope is an obvious one for a Catholic nation like Portugal. So that is our immediate setup done. We got our claims on Castile. We're not going to enact them. This is a historical run. Historical going forward, I should specify. I did clarify that in my Denmark game for anyone who's interested. I did clarify that in my Denmark game. I explained more of what I meant by historical. Anything that happened before this, I'm not really counting. Otherwise, I'd have to do Mongols and Romans and so on. I'm not going to be doing that. It's only things that kind of go forward from here. So, okay, guys. So, we unfortunately were not able to get our alliance with the Pope. We're only 2 years in, but thanks to Portugal being generally quite strong and starting with an explorer, and also in this mod, starting with exploration and expansion. Expansion almost completed as well. Which, by the way, if any of the developers of the mod see this, this is maybe a little bit too powerful. Like, this is maybe a little bit OP. Like, a little bit OP. I really like the idea of starting with 2 idea groups already. I think that's really cool. And obviously it makes sense for this mod because you start 200 years earlier. I feel like your first idea should not be allowed to be either of these 2 idea groups. If there was any possible way, developers, like, if there's any possible way for that first idea group to not allow to be exploration, maybe even like lock expansion from the second idea group as well. So if you want to do this, you take exploration second, but you can't take it first. If there's any possible way, I feel like that's like a good way of balancing it, because I like the fact that you can have the ideas, and I'm not such a fan of just adding stupid, like, really pointless ideas just for the sake of having early ideas. I think these ideas are good, so that's just my just my thoughts. Just my thoughts. But thanks to our Portuguese advantages, we have Arguin being settled. We have Calda. I don't know exactly where on this coast it was. I've even looked at a map. I don't know exactly where on this coast it was, where there was a Portuguese settlement, but that was the closest match I could find. It's south of this tip, and it has sort of like a fork to it, which this one does, like a big river, a river noticeable on a world map. And we've also sent a guy to Sao Tome. So I'm pretty sure it's Sao Tome and not Fernando Po. Might be both. I'm pretty sure it's Sao Tome, Portugal, sorry, had under their control. Maybe even still do, I don't know. We're drilling our troops in the home isles. We have one. These islands and these islands don't. This one does, but Sao Tome does not have any natives, so there's no chance of rebellion, even though we're doing the chance of rebellion one. This one does, but I think 1,000 with a general should be enough. We do want to get our next idea group, though. I'm actually thinking of going for maritime ideas. I know that's not considered a great idea group by most people, but I'm actually quite a fan of it, especially in this mod. And we do need the marine force limit and the extra sailors, because we are a maritime nation who is going to be going marines most of all, because marines are just good troops to chuck about over the colonies. And in this mod, you get debuffs to your morale for having low manpower. Marines don't contribute to manpower, so you can just throw them into battles. They don't lose any morale. If anything, they get bonus morale. So it's all very good in that regard. We gain an absolute ton of settlers already, 105, and it's 1448. Again, Explo expansion, the very beginning of the game, as Portugal as well. Bit OP. Love OP. We want to unlock Brazil. We want to start with Brazil, as is vaguely historical. Again, I'm not going to be too specific to keep it in perfect historical order, but I don't know if we could reach Brazil now. We actually could have reached Brazil already. Okay. But I do want to go to South America and then ping across to Southern Africa. Western Africa makes sense for us to do early. My arm is disappearing. That's annoying. Western Africa makes sense for us to do early. Southern Africa, we will save till later. Cool. Alright, we're going to just crack on with the colonization of Brazil, because it is going to take us a while. Part of the reason I left the natives on is A, because it's interesting and it's nice to see them. It looks a bit bare without them, but also, in a more sinister way, having them there means I can fight them for the land, which means I can get the land a lot quicker than otherwise possible. I know that's pretty sinister, but gotta do what you gotta do, I'm afraid. I have a goal to achieve. I can't slack. I imagine the first couple years of these guys is going to be spent dealing with rebellions. I'm going to keep some forts just in case the Spanish come at me, but I'm going to actually delete most of them now that I thought about it. I've changed my mind, and I don't really care to have the forts. Like, I don't think the Spanish are going to attack me. I think I will be okay. I'm honestly not too worried. I'm going to keep the capital fort, obviously, this fort down here and this fort here, just in case. Oh, in fact, sorry, there are 3 on the border. I'll keep this one for the North Africans. They are most likely to attack me of anyone. And I will build my light ships, and we'll see what happens. Okay, guys, we have actually successfully... I mean, it's so quick. It's so quick as Portugal to colonize. We have created Brazil. Terra do Brazil. I'm assuming that pronunciation was terrible. I'm assuming that is the historical name. I'm assuming because the game does localize and generally get that right in most cases. I'm going to assume that's correct. I don't have much in the way of money to give them at the moment, but I'm going to start giving them money. They're a self-governing colony, so we're going to go with... 2 ducats. They normally need at least 2 ducats to grow. We're going to give them 20 years of 2 ducats, and hopefully by then they will have made enough to pay for themselves. We're going to send our next colonist into Luanda, which I believe is a very important part of Angola. I don't know Angola particularly well, but I'm going to go for the whole Angola region, as I believe, at least at its peak, Portugal did control the entirety of Angola. I know parts of the central area between Mozambique and Angola were given to Britain, or more so actually taken by Britain from Portugal. So we won't go that far if the regions do touch in the middle. We may not. It depends. Alright guys, we are back. I'm wearing different clothes because it's a different day, and I forgot to hit record sooner, but we are doing our last little war with the Angolans. These guys had 3k, but they got stack wiped. These guys still have 3k running around somewhere over here, and Kilwa got killed by Maravi, so, you know, all is good. Our economy is better. Our force limit is better and everything like that. We have spent some time doing development, but we haven't still got the economy we want. I want to get this in Lisbon. There we go. I am going to want to get some more sailors. I need sailors. I don't gain enough. 130s. Not really enough for an army that is mostly sailors. I brought my navy down here just in case, and I built a few extra ships, but I don't really need them. It has been quite a few years. The keen-eyed among you will notice it's been quite some years since we sort of went away for a moment because there was not a lot going on. We need to discover what's back here. And this fort takes 7 men to siege, whereas this one only took 3 regiments, sorry. It's just like the game makes it up as it goes along. I don't know what makes this fort any better than this fort. I guess this one has a fort and is a capital, whereas this one is just capital. Yeah. Still, though. I've taken all of this out of the trade company. I'm actually going to see if I can state it, because I might get additional bonuses from doing that. Like this. Where I should get, like, local manpower, for example. I'm going to need that. I'm going to send a little, like, expedition into Brazil. I want to know what's going on over there. 14AE. Well, that's not what I meant to do, but okay. I meant to do them in one piece still for the whole lot, but yeah. I'm bigger now. We're going to get a rival with Milan. Why does Austria have a smaller army than me? Has France killed them? Has France killed Austria? Please tell me France has not killed Austria. Austria is being killed by France, oh dear. Austria was the aggressor in that war, though, so there's not much I can do there. Okay. I would have liked to have taken infrastructure, but I'm not sure if it's that worth it at this point in time. I also wanted to take trade, but I've already got maritime and exploration, so that's probably not a good idea. Admin could go quite well. Extra settler increase would be Probably a bit too over the top now. Offensive is a better idea group overall, and I can get automatically discover adjacent. So we'll go with that. So I don't know what's caused these guys to have like... What? To have like an insane uprising on my entire country, but they're causing reform desire, and they are giving autonomy out everywhere they step. I don't know why. Like, yeah, there's reformation, but there's not reformation, if you know what I mean. Like, there's another religion, and there's reform desire. 20%? Oh, come on, that's like nothing. And I have cardinals as well, surely. I don't know. I can't... These rebels hit ridiculously hard. Either that or my armies are weak as hell, because I have bonus morale, I have bonus to combat strength. I've even taken offensive ideas, so I get... Actually, do I have to shock on this guy? This guy has shock. And yet still they nearly beat me there. Nearly there with Portugal. It's really annoying because they're tech 11. They've just gone up to 11. They were 10 when I declared war. I'm tech 22. I cannot assault their fort. Do they even have the tech to build a fort? They don't, do they? It's just a capital. Oh god, of course no, because they're American natives. They don't even have forts. But they do have an earthwork, gives them defensiveness. It's just really annoying. I mean, okay, yeah, that would give them defensiveness against similar technology opponents, right? Not against opponents. I mean, I'm double their tech level, right? So that is the equivalent of bows and arrows versus guns, is what that is. Not like muskets, like rifles, early rifles, right? Obviously, that's not actually how it is. I don't have early rifles, but it's the best comparison I could make. I'm a lot more technologically advanced than them. I shouldn't really be struggling because they dug like a small mound of mud to hold me back. Oh, this is kind of awesome. The reforms of John II, or John II, apparently. John II, perfect. Sorry. Restored the policies of... Oh God, I can't speak. The policies of Atlantic exploration, reviving the work of his great uncle, Henry the Navigator. That is not a cool name at all. Oh, damn. Portuguese explorations were his main priority in government. Pushing south the known coast of Africa. Of course, well, yeah. So I get a bunch of buffs and naval tradition, which is kind of cool. The thing is, oh, that's really cool. Look, Portuguese, this lot. Hold on. I'm a whole new government type. Hold on. First of all, I want Portuguese Empire, because that is cool. Some of those buffs, really nice. Kingdom of Brazil gets land force limit modifier, though. That's really weird. How do I make Brazil? Oh, I need to enact Portuguese Thessalocracy, even. Interesting. So it's better than that. I have a smaller naval force limit, but everything else is better. Its quality goes up, which I'm happy with. I'm happy with quality over anything else. Can I make this a settler colony? And then I can annex it after a number of years. Because then I can actually have the Kingdom of Portugal and Brazil. And that would be really cool. The Twin Kingdom. I think that's one of my favourite Hoi 4 plays. Yeah, as I don't play Portugal much in any game, really. But when I do, it's got to be the Kingdom of Portugal and Brazil. Like, there's no other way. You'd be insane to do anything else. Why are they improving with the French? Let's just attack them now. They've become friends with France. I'm in trouble. France has just taken exploration. Here we go. If the French decide they hate me, there's nothing on this earth that will save me. They've already taken land off Castile. The Spanish will not save me. England will not save me. It's kind of... I mean, historically, England would have and did, but I don't think they will in this. I don't think they can in this. In this particular game. Again, if I was in control of that England, this Portugal would not be scared of invasion. But I'm not, so it is. Before you get any friends, we're going to do the war for... Which one's the nearest? Sofala, maybe. Well, no, we're going to do the war for Mozambique, because we're going to take everything we can that's Mozambique, right? Come on. Breach the walls. Please breach the walls. Oh, no way. No way did I just lose my whole navy. I gotta rebuild my whole navy from the beginning. Two to one. Wow, they're winning a 2-1 against the guys that were beating me. Come on, defensive battle for me. Okay. Okay, that's a stack wipe. Alright, we're good. We're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. And now that I've killed Kilber's whole army, which is the right thing to do because they are the main threat to me, I got much more to think about. Wow, they've already damaged it, really? Oh my god, they set it back by more than half. What? How many settlers do they kill when they do that? They must have killed about 500 people. That's obscene. There's no way that could be balanced. There's just no way. That's not balanced. Alright, so it's been a long and painful year and a bit. If we have destroyed these guys, we're going to actually... We pushed Mozambique. We pushed Kilwa out of Mozambique. I guess Kilwa kind of are the native peoples of Mozambique. If that's, I don't know what the name for them would be. I think Mozambican maybe doesn't sound right, but we pushed Kilwa back. We had to stack wipe their army again because they got another army that was going to destroy us. I've just spent all my... I gained all that money from winning the war and lost it all immediately. So there's that. But 1 mill point to blast that fort. That's actually amazing. All we want from these guys is 2 things, which they will actually give us now that we've bombarded their capital. It's really all we want. I can't see anything else in this war for us, to be honest. Maravi, we no longer need to spy on. We could steal some maps just to make it. I want to know Botswana. I can't do Botswana. And let's do maps of Namibia. And there's Botswana. I knew it would either be there or up there. God, my geography in South or Southern Africa is failing me. Right, Zanzibar's done. Western fortification. Claim on that. Cool. Don't need any of that. Mr. Goa in India. Portugal gains Goa. Beautiful. Okay, we have Goa. What else have we got? Road network. Yay, why not? There we go. So we've actually progressed forward a hell of a ton. I think we're going to have to split this into 2 parts, which was not planned. I was going to see if I could get it in 1 part. I did say several times I think it's going to be 2 parts, but I was really going to be optimistic and try and jam it into 1. But I think 2 is going to have to be it's going to have to be the case for this one. So if you guys have enjoyed, please do let me know down below, because it's always nice to know if it's going well, if what I'm doing is working. We're pretty successful so far. We have half of Mozambique, we have half of Angola, we have a fraction of Brazil, but Brazil is just massive. We're going to hit that one really hard once we have settled East Timor. It's only East Timor we have left over here. Macau, maybe we could do, but to be honest, it's really not worth it for... Oh, if it's Catholic, I get loads of good buffs. It's a good... it's worth it in the sense of it's worth having it. Is it worth me fighting China, a strong China from the looks of it? Actually, no, they don't have much mandate. For one province, I don't know. I don't know. Do I even get a claim on it? If I get a claim on it, I'll certainly consider it. I only get a claim... Oh, the purchase of Macau. Oh, if I own Malacca, I get the purchase of Macau. Okay. Maybe we can have a look at doing that. We can have a look at doing that. Portuguese Nagasaki event. Okay, we'll have a look at doing that. Because that's actually really cool, especially because it's event-led. I don't have to fight China for it. But yeah, I think that's where we're going to have to call that one today, guys. If you have enjoyed, please do let me know, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.